No, sir. I've quit drinking.
You've seen the error of your ways.
No, I just can't afford it.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Yes, sweetheart, I have a rare condition which requires me to drink one of those every 15 minutes, please.
Yeah, go give me a fucking drink. Move it, you little prick.
I'm sorry, Bruce. These boys get that syrup in them. They get a little antsy and they're pantsy. They just can't keep them under control.
That's perfect. Cheers. Welcome back to Reels, Booze, and Bros, a.k.a. RB2. I'm your host, Jay, and my co-host with me is Brian, as always. And we have a real bro fan, Shane, with us. Bros.
Hello.
What's up? How we doing?
What up? Is Shane, could we just consider him a host now? Like, he's been here so much.
I like being a special person.
Yeah.
Special guest.
Special
Good
guest.
special guest.
It's a good title.
That is.
Bringing the righty.
Bringing it ready. That's right.
You guys didn't hear, but before we were playing Enter Sandman for him as he walked in. So.
They close the shit out.
Yeah.
That's it. So our previous podcast was Pitch Perfect. Shane was the background on that one. So Aka Bros, your thoughts on Pitch Perfect, Shane? I know Katie had you watch this one, so let's go with your thoughts on the riff off.
Yeah, I was going in with not much expectations, but I gotta say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And for some reason now, I keep hearing those fucking songs on the radio, and that's all I can think of every time I hear the songs. So,
Excuse me?
I guess that leaves it
See, that's what happens, man.
a high ranking in my book.
It's an entertaining value of what it is. So, Brian, Pitch Perfect, obviously, one of your...
Yeah, listen, it's a guilty pleasure for me. I love it. It's like an instant classic, just on so many stupid levels. But like I said in the podcast before that, I just think Fat Amy's one of the best characters we've ever had. So anything involving Fat Amy, I'm a huge fan. So
So, Brian, you're a chubby chaser right now.
yeah. Just Amy.
Just Amy, yeah.
Or
she's
Fat
fantastic.
Patricia. Whatever.
Fat Patricia. You guys, well, maybe skinny bitches, but you have really big fat hearts.
Yeah.
So I loved it. Obviously, the riff off was the best scene. When they harmonized thing going on.
What
Remember,
was that chick's name with the baloney tits? Baloney Barb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baloney Barb.
We can't get Baloney Barb on our squad. We're really screwed this year. Again, great fucking stupid quotes. Music is so catchy. It's that earworm music. I loved every second of it. Check it out on our last podcast where we had Katie and Lexa join us. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll probably get some other movies with our bro fans.
We got a special treat afterwards, too,
Oh, yeah.
Jay played us the
Pitch
Perfect 2 and 3 or whatever.
2, the riff off of Pitch
Yeah.
Perfect 2.
The Germans.
Yeah, DOS Sound Machine. God, I love that. And then what was it?
Singing in German accents the whole time.
Yeah, and what's his face from the Packers? I can't think of it right now.
Clay Matthews.
Clay Matthews. Oh my God, love it.
Saw those 57 G's.
Yeah, to
Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's. I just lost it. I'm sorry, Mr. Matthews. Dear God. All right, so now let's move on. Halloween's around the corner. Our guest host Lexa, it's her favorite holiday. Lexa, I see you in the chat. Thank you for. Oh, speaking of that, we got our background, our Halloween background now. Nice little pumpkins and stuff going on, very Halloween oriented. Yeah, we try to be with the times over here at Reels, Booze, and Bros. RB2, keeping it real. So, and with that, we're gonna go with Scream. Bring it back to slasher films, a '96 film. We'll go a little more into it, but first, before we go on, the booze. Obviously, sticking with the theme. Shane, you brought this one right here. Is that in the booze cam? We have this one is. Let's look.
Punkless Dunkel.
He's reading.
Pumpkin Wheat Ale.
A pumpkin wheat ale.
8.8%.
And it's from
Neshaminy Creek Brewing.
Chamonix Creek Brewing. It's not bad.
Out in PA.
It's actually, it was an 8.8.
It's 8.8. Doesn't taste like an 8.8.
Not one
It's
bit.
very smooth for an 8.8.
Yeah.
All right. Shane finished his already, so he's already on the next beer.
Even for a wheat ale, like, it's a little bit darker than like a normal wheat, but man, it does go down smooth. But I do love the can. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'll bring it up a little closer. Look at that. Look at this little can feature going on here. I don't know what's going on. This guy's crying. Let's see, go a little slow. What is this guy? See this guy right here? Look at this.
That looks like a hop.
It's like a hop.
I think it's a hop.
Getting destroyed somewhere going on. They're like bathing in the blood of pumpkins.
Yeah, it felt appropriate, slasher movie.
Slasher movie, pumpkins getting destroyed, Halloween. Very nice. So, I'll keep that a little closer to the camera so everyone can say as I go on. Move back and forth. You like that? Brian, what do you think of this beer? As you said.
Like I said, it's a smooth tasting beer, especially for a wheat ale. Usually sometimes have a little bit of a taste. I'm not a big pumpkin fan, but you don't really taste any pumpkin whatsoever.
I didn't really think it was going to be that dark, but
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
you're not a dark guy, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's darker than I expected. I didn't realize it was that dark until you poured into the
Yeah,
glass. I
was
like, "Holy
not
shit."
was not expecting that, but because
No.
it doesn't taste like a darker beer. So
No, it doesn't.
Uh,
I have to agree with you as well. It's not bad. I like it. I'm only gonna have one of these because after that I can't have any more. I taste the pumpkin. I'm pretty much done. But it's not like the battery acid we had last week. You guys want to?
I chose to stay away from that. I know you
Please,
don't.
thank God. Please. I appreciate it. Now, let's go a little back into the movie, the background. So, Scream's a 1996 American slasher film directed by Wes Craven and written by Kevin Williamson. The film stars David Arquette, Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, Matthew Lillard, Rose McGowan, Skeet Ulrich, and Drew Barrymore. Released on December 20th, it follows the character of Sidney Prescott, that's Nev Campbell, high school student in the fictional town of Woodsboro, California, who becomes the target of a mysterious killer in a Halloween costume known as Ghostface. The film combines black comedy and whodunit mystery with the violence of the slasher genre to satirize the cliches of the horror movie genre popularized in films such as Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Craven's own A Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's see. Scream was considered unique at the time of its release for featuring characters who were aware of real-world horror films and openly discussed the cliches that the film attempted to subvert, which was what's-his-nuts' character, Jamie Kennedy.
Randy.
Was it? Randy. Yeah, Randy. Inspired by the real-life case of the Gainesville Ripper, Scream was influenced by Williamson's passion for horror films, especially Halloween. Thank you, Shane. Ripping ass. The script, originally titled "Scary Movie," was bought by Dimension Films and was retitled by the Weinstein brothers just before filming was complete. The production faced censorship issues with the Motion Picture Association of America, the people who give the ratings, and obstacles from locals while filming on location. The film received positive reviews and was a financial success, earning $173 million worldwide. Millions! Becoming the highest grossing slasher film until the release of Halloween 2018. Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Let's see how much it cost to make.
Can you fucking lower your phone, please? We're actually recording. Let's not be rude, Brian. I'm sorry.
it's not expecting.
Jesus Christ, yeah, not expecting it. That's why you know the loud sequence where they're having.
How much did it say it cost to make?
100. I didn't say how much it costs.
I can't see it being much. There's no special effects in it.
No, not really special
Yeah.
effects.
It's just like corn syrup.
So it's yeah, they do allude to that. It still remains the highest grossing slasher film in adjusted dollars. It received several awards and nominations. The soundtrack by Marco Beltrami was also acclaimed and was cited as one of the most intriguing horror scores composed in years. The score has since earned cult status. Scream marked a change in the genre as its cast already established successful actors, which considered to have helped it find a wider audience, including significant female viewership. God damn, I forgot I wrote this much background. All right, we got another. This is the longest background we ever fucking wrote. Okay, this is the final one. Scream was credited with revitalizing the horror genre in the 1990s, which was considered to be almost dead following an influx of direct-to-video titles and numerous sequels to establish horror franchises of the 1970s and 80s. The sequels drew decreasing financial and critical success as they exploited cliches upon the films in which genre had been relevant. Reliance Scream's success spawned a series of sequels, though only Scream 2, released the following year, achieved an equal level of commercial and critical success. In the following years, the release of Scream and sequels, they were accused of inspiring and even inducing violent crimes and murders. Okay, that's it for background.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. No, that's it on the background. I hope you. Thank you if you stay tuned with this. So, let's see. We got a little comment here. So, what color skirt do you pair with that beer? Orange, of course. Orange.
I don't know. I'm plaid.
Plaid.
Plaid
Well,
shirt.
yeah. Well, I don't know. Plaid goes with orange and frills. I do have girls. So, Jay Weezy, it's an 8.8. So, shut the fuck up. All right. So now moving on. Metacritic, IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, critic scores. I hate these guys. So, tomato meter, 79%. Audience score, same exact, 79%. IMDb, 7.3 out of 10. Metacritic, Metascore, 65 out of 100. User score, 8.9 out of 10.
Wow.
Bros, this is what we got. Yeah, I know. Crazy. What do we think about this, Brian? Have at it. Your review, your thoughts. What'd you like? Let's get into it.
Yeah, that's
Did you silence your phone?
yeah. I'm just blown away by that 8.9. I remember like
Well, before we go on, the Metacritic is like the fucking. It's like the white trash of the critics over here going on.
yeah, no, but you're saying that
The user score was
like
8
an
point.
It's the same thing. It's the website because it's just like whoever wants to throw it on there. So
Still, all right. So I'll go back from. I remember this because like when this movie first came out, I was a freshman in high school. So like this was like the first. Like I remember seeing like Halloween. I remember seeing. Was it Friday the 13th, and like all like what's the other one, Jason Voorhees and all that sort of shit.
That's Friday the 13th.
that's Friday the 13th.
Anyway, Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, I remember seeing all those
As you
movies.
can tell, Brian's not a horror guy.
Yeah, I'm not a big horror genre guy, but I will watch them every once in a while. But nothing like this came out, in a long time. For like it was something that like I remember being in high school, like as a freshman, like, oh, did you go see Scream this weekend? And I'm like, no. I remember seeing it like the second weekend, and I was like, holy shit, this was, so like my opinion of it, like back then, loved it. Watching it, rewatching it, I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like it serves its purpose, but like I'm just not as high on it as I was back in the day. I do like some of the corny stuff that they put in there. I do like David Arquette's character of Deputy Dewey. I do love Stewart. I think he was fantastic. A lot of this stuff, I just feel like it was like kind of set up like, how could this guy not be the killer? But it's just like, you still got to wait until the end to see like what happens. But it was just like, just now watching it gets on my nerves.
I see. So, okay, Brian's a little upset with
Yeah.
watching this movie. Shane, do you feel as upsetting about this movie as Brian does?
I'm gonna have to jump on that agreement train, and I was like, "Wow, this movie is terrible." But I do like all the subtle throwback nods to all the slasher films from the past. They throw in Friday the 13th, they throw in Halloween, Psycho, Silence of the Lambs. There's so many nods to
Yeah.
all the old school things. But
what is it? Halloween's like playing in the background on several scenes.
yeah, they're talking about the movies like exactly. It's not good, but it did. I do agree that it did revitalize the slasher.
Yeah, revamp it.
Because we were on like Jason 59 at this point, so they needed a new slasher.
Mother. It was his mother that did all the killing. If you remember that, Sydney. No, I'm sorry, not Sydney. What was the bitch?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
The first one,
It was the first one. I forgot about that.
What's her name? Casey.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
As always, we have the movie on in the background now, and I'm watching a Sydney that's there, and I kind of messed that up.
No, it's at this point they're also making like the third Chucky movie, so everything was played out.
Yeah.
They needed something new.
Was Leprechaun around at this time?
Yeah, because Jennifer Aniston was in the first one.
Was she really?
Yeah.
No shit. I didn't know that. So we got Jennifer Aniston in Leprechaun, and now we have
Nev Campbell.
no, not Nev Campbell. We got Courtney Cox here, the reporter in this one. So what scary movies was Joey Lawrence? Not Joey Lawrence. Joey. What's the other guys from Friends? I have no idea who their names
Chandler
are.
Bing.
Chandler Ross.
Chandler and Ross.
I'm sure they were in some shitty B slasher films.
I know Matthew McConaughey in the was early '90s, around this time frame, a couple of years before. He was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Was he?
Yeah.
Johnny Depp was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Well, there's the nod to that. When he jumps through the window.
Yes.
It's the same thing in the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Is it really?
When he goes through the window to go see the girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. When I think of that, I think of Clarissa Explains It All. When the friend comes through the window. That's all I remember. Remember that show? Clarissa Explains It All?
Is that the one with the witch?
No, that was something else. It was just but it was her. She became the witch in the actual TV show.
The same girl.
The same girl, yeah. But like she had like the best friend always come to the window.
She's
weird.
Sign my yearbook.
Yeah.
Whatever that fucking girl's name is.
Yes, I don't remember either. I know. I'm pretty
Classic
sure.
movie.
I think Lex is on there, and she'll remember that. Lexi, if you know her name, just throw it in the chat right there for us. And as for my thoughts, I'll tell you what. I gave it, I'm pretty much agreeing with it. It's like an 8-ish on this movie. What makes it so much better is the fact that the soundtrack, I have to agree with the background. The soundtrack totally fucking makes this movie. I know what's coming, what's pretty much going to happen. It's been a while. I forgot like the overall storyline and the motives and shit. But, you got an idea what's going to happen. But the soundtrack
I forgot that the Peaky Blinders song was in here.
Was it really? I can't remember at what point it was. It's like the horror sounds though. It's like the piano, like it's not the music actual with the melodies that's going on to make things. It's fantastic. This is what actually really truly makes a horror movie. Those kind of sounds, that annoying like Michael Myers.
See, like, I even tuned. I just to show how much like I was not really into this movie. Like I tuned all that out, and I'm just like, damn it, bitch, fucking run.
Yes, like in common sense, everything that's going on, it goes thrown out the window.
Like if I saw this today now in a theater, I would probably be like, what the fuck, run, bitch.
This guy right
I
here,
got the phone.
the sheriff, he was a cop in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Was he?
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
him.
well, Wes Craven.
We gotta heal those kids die in that one, so now why not move to the next jurisdiction and have more kids die? So, all right, okay, Melissa Joan Hart. Well, thanks, Alexa. Appreciate it. That's that would have been bad like the last time I was with Whitney Houston and not Celine Dion, where Nick and I got it wrong, Brian got it right. All right, so those are our reviews. Again, as I agree, soundtrack fantastic. So let's move on. Favorite scenes. This movie, I have to say, was very tough because it was just like basically like, there we go, 3 to 4 scenes throughout the entire movie. There's literally like the beginning, like the middle, and then the end for scenes. There really wasn't much in between going on. Not like how some movies we go in between. You go to like they're at the store, they're at the house, they're on the beach, they're this, they're that. This one's like they're at
this for 20 minutes.
This for 20 minutes.
Then there's a quick little 2-minute thing, and then there's something for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and
but noth's like, wow, that was a fucking great scene.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I listed mine.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian, please.
All right. So I guess obviously what's going to get you into the movie, and I guess at this point because of how they promoted this movie, you think Drew Barrymore is going to be like the superstar of this movie? Because it seems like she was top billing when it came out. It was like Drew Barrymore, Nev Campbell. She's on the face of the fucking movie poster. So, you get the famous line in there, what's your favorite scary movie? I'm like, once again, this is me, like, why does she fucking keep talking to him? Like,
yeah, hang up on the motherfucker.
Just hang up. Do something, like anything. Like
they probably got off the phone like 4 times and she kept picking it up.
But then she like continues to converse with him, and he's like, "Oh, what? You want to ask me out?" And then she fucking lies about having a boyfriend.
What is this? Is this like pre-Tinder?
Yeah. So it's all this shit.
Yeah, what kind of slut is she?
Yeah, exactly. But like
just keeping her options open,
The one thing
she's fluid.
In case her boyfriend got massacred.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, it did.
Yeah. Oh damn. But you do get introduced to that creepy voice that you get to hear, which I think. I think we all knew somebody who ended up getting that voice thing.
It's iconic.
Oh, absolutely,
so,
yeah.
That's iconic.
So that was huge. You do get the first time you get this, you don't see the killer, but you see the mask, you see the meeting of Ghostface, and then, like I said, I'm like, why do they always stop running? Like they just stop. Like she's like, oh, maybe I'll just stop and look. And she could have stopped and could have kept running to her parents, but she decided to scream when she couldn't scream. So like just stupid shit like that. So that got me annoyed. But all right, so I'm gonna go on to the next one that I have.
Have you ever been stabbed and trying to scream for your life, Brian?
No, but I'm telling you.
She was also choked out, so she couldn't scream.
So I'm telling you this right now. That's why you don't stop running and just fucking keep going to your parents. When you see them, they're only 10, 15 feet away from you.
What the fuck are they gonna do though? Like an old lady and an old man? Like they're really gonna stop that guy?
Throw some change?
Listen, he was a pussy. They were both. Spoiler alert: they're both pussies. So, which brings me to my second scene.
You're very angry. It's like they're children in this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Technically they are because they're minors.
They're high school kids.
Yeah.
So, brings me to my second scene, which is when Sydney meets the killer for the first time. Once again, same thing. She's talking on the phone and just continues to talk. And then it's like, why would you leave the house? Like, I'm on your front porch. I don't believe you.
I'll be right there.
Like, let me go outside and look. Like, such an idiot. You know, she doesn't follow her own advice when she's listening. Like she tells him, oh, they always run up the stairs. What's the first thing she does? Fucking run up the stairs. Stupid bitch. and then you see Billy come in and you know, possible killer, and he's like, oh, I scared him away. I'm like, bro, look at you.
You're a
Throughout the whole
fucking
movie,
creepy fucking...
You look like the killer. Like, I should have been put in cuffs the rest of the time. When eventually did you take him? Like, why did they just not keep this kid in jail until everything was done? Like, he looks like
couldn't
the killer
possibly
right
be
off the
two
bat.
killers.
Yeah. So
Creep from the beginning.
So yeah, big creep vibes. But you know, that's that. So the next scene that I have is a quick one. Is when the curfew is first set down. They go to the movie store, and then Randy works there, and he's just like, you know, everybody's going, which is how fucked up this town is. They're all going to rent scary movies. Like, what the fuck, you know? But it did remind me of like going to Blockbuster on a Friday night when we were that age. So it was just like, hey, let's get a good movie.
So
but
that made you very happy.
Yeah, it was like, oh, throwback. But you know, he then goes into the horror movie formula. And then, you know, he's just yells out in the middle, everyone's a suspect. And then everyone just like turns around and looks. And,
of course, Billy's there.
Yeah, he's talking to two other chicks. Yeah, he seems like he's all good. And then, he's like, well, what would your motive be? And he's like, it's the millennium. I don't need a motive. So
that's very edgy.
Yeah. So, couldn't have said Y2J because it wasn't a few years away. So Y2K. Sorry.
Oh, Y2J was a great time. Yeah. Jericho came back. That was awesome.
Yeah. Sorry. So then the next scene I have is Tatum's death. You know, all of a sudden, like, they have this curfew. Everyone's out after curfew. Like, for some reason, I remember, like, you know, we had this curfew at, like, Corona where you couldn't be out. No one was out. But here they are, all these people are dying, and it's like, all right, let's go have this huge house party. No big deal.
Well, technically, how many people died at this point when the curfew was out? There were the two in the beginning.
Three.
The principal.
Well, they didn't know the principal was dead yet.
Until but he's technically dead. So,
Yeah.
Well, to the viewer, he was dead. But what about the rest of the town? Just two. And then there was supposedly, you know, the attack in the bathroom, which got everything suspended. And then they said, you know what, fuck it.
There's a big thing. You can't figure out, like, I'm thinking the town isn't really that big, right? It can't be...
Well, they show the main strip on the aerial view, and it's like fucking, like, I don't know, like 7 businesses and shit. Yeah. Like, what part of California is this? I'm not really from California, so I wouldn't know. Maybe our any one of our viewers, our stream chat, who's from California, can let us know.
I didn't know it's set in California.
Yeah.
So,
you know, whatever. So the party at the house, she then goes, she's, once again... The killer's there, and she decides to play along like it's a fucking game. Like, I don't get it.
Well, you left out the most important part is when Rose McGowan opens that door and her titties are just full on nipples, and
it must have been cold in the garage. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. That's what one of our fans said.
I'll take a couple nipples.
He said, I have to agree with you, Shane. Our fan, one of our chat members in the Twitch goes, Jay Weezy, dude, hands down best scene is when that idiot Tatum gets stuck in the pet door.
Yeah. So then it gets to that, and then she's like trying to fight off the killer, which she's beating him up. Just shows you once again these killers are pussies. You know, like, he throws a couple beer bottles at him, they all just magically explode right on him, just like that, no problem. She hits him a couple times, throws him off, and then she tries to, like...
And then her best plan is to crawl out the fucking pet door.
But she got halfway through, and then she just like, I couldn't get any more. Like, if you're fighting for your life, I'm fucking knocking that damn thing over. Like, you make it through.
She was hips heavy, man.
But then again, the garage door never would have got all the way
As
up.
like a kingpin, she has good birthing hips.
Yeah.
You keep her out of
You
this.
can't have more than 7, 8 children.
So there was that. On to the next one, which is still at the party. You know, so this is still like another scene in the party that I'm going to, which is Randy's rules. When he's giving the whole thing when they're watching the scary movies and the ode to all that sort of stuff, and he gives you the 3 rules. There's no sex, no drinking or drugs, and then he's like, never say, I'll be right back. And then you get Stu with the classic, I'll be right back.
Anybody want a beer?
Yeah. So there's that, and then I have 6, which is like the final, I don't know, we call it battle, whatever the fuck it is. The killers are finally revealed, and the motive, of like Billy and Stu, that it's, Sid's mom slept with his dad, and it was like, all this stupid shit, and then like how they're gonna pull it off and set up Sid's father for everything.
These are your favorite scenes?
But these are no.
No, actually, we may change this category to Brian's most angered scenes.
Yeah. I'm just saying these are the scenes that are. I think
Brian's gears. Every scene in this movie.
I think this.
And then this happened. I want to punch this
that
person.
fucking bitch and that stupid cunt and
that asshole.
I just think
I'll stab that. Give me the knife. I'll stab him, and him. You're cool. You're fucking done.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's just like, these were, I think, the most memorable scenes for me in the movie. So once again, these guys still can't fight. And then I will put up that Stu is fantastic in that whole entire scene when he's eventually revealed as the other killer, and you're just like, he's so great.
He brought the comedy to him.
Yeah.
So that's revitalized for you.
Yeah, that was the saving grace.
Just remember, they're supposed to be high school students, which is juveniles under the age of 17 and younger. So they don't have the best decision making.
This guy hasn't washed his hands since he's been out of jail.
Yeah, he washed his hands.
Look, I still got fingerprints.
He's probably wearing this.
Wash your hands, bro.
He's probably wearing the same fucking the same white V-neck the entire time. So Billy, you're fucking weird. All right, Shane, you go ahead. I'm gonna grab another beer. You want anyone else going on? Audience, you need another beer? Go grab one for your fridge.
Yeah, Iris, do you want one of these Oktoberfest?
Yeah, sure. An Oktoberfest. Whoa.
Yeah, I'll take
Since we're in October.
We're in October.
I think
I too shall
Oktoberfest
take
takes
one.
place in September.
I'm going to need one after that rant.
Yeah, Brian's a little parched from the rant
of this movie.
of Scream. First of all, before we go on, Brian's the one that said, let's do Scream.
Oh, this was Brian's idea.
I think he wanted to,
He just had to get it all out.
Yeah.
This has been pent up for 25 years. He's just...
I haven't seen this movie in probably 20 years, so I didn't even tell you. Okay. And I'm just like, fuck! Instantly regret this decision.
The milk was a bad choice. All right, Shane. Brian, shut up. Shane, let's go on.
I said before, just the little nods to the old slasher movies. Like, you see a cameo of Linda Blair. She's a reporter in this. She was from The Exorcist. Wes Craven is Fred the janitor. I don't know if you caught that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
When
Dressed as Freddy.
yes, I love that.
He's wearing a Nightmare on Elm Street.
You son of a bitch, kids. What'd you call me? Oh, he's wearing Nightmare. I love. You know what? That was one of my favorite, probably best 30-second scenes ever.
Yeah.
He's wearing this with mopping in a shitty, the long. He looked like the guy from fucking Area 51 in. Independence Day, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, the scientist. As you know, they don't let us out very often.
Yeah. He learned out of high school. All right. Sorry, Shane. Go ahead.
No, it's like Stu at the end when he's getting all fucked up, and he's just hilarious. That whole scene, as Brian said before, is just great. And obviously the boob scene, but that's about it. I can't say there's many rememberable moments in this movie. It's just like you guys said before, it's just one long movie of...
Yes, there's probably about 4 or 5 total scenes that take place. Like, obviously they're in the school, they're in the bathroom, things with there, but you know what takes place in the school? They're at the house. The first opening scene for me, it was the Drew Barrymore. It was about 10 to 15 minutes. All the other movies we have done, they've had maybe at most, maybe 5 minutes, but they get their point across. This one was huge. You literally watch the fucking popcorn pop, beyond pop, and then fucking catch on fire. That's how long we were in that scene.
Just when you think she's about done getting murdered, she gets murdered more, and then murdered more.
I didn't know you could murder more.
And this dirty bitch didn't even wash her hands after she just took a dump.
Yeah. Oh, my battle shits. In the bathroom scene in the high school where Sydney's there listening to what's going on. Anyway, so for me, it was that opening scene. I really enjoyed that opening scene because it establishes what this movie is going to be. You get an idea of what the killer, of what he is, of what he's going to do, or what they're capable of.
That was also a nod to Psycho, because when Psycho came out, the lead actress, I forget her name, she was billed she was the star of the movie, and they killed her less than halfway through, maybe halfway through.
Which is nice. Like I remember, as Brian said, Drew Barrymore was so huge, and then she's fucking dead. It's like, oh shit.
I feel like this
her
brought back her.
comeback.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like this brought back her career because she was
It did.
fucked up for a while.
What was E.T. then this, and then you know what? She's the one.
in the Wedding Singer.
I'd have to say, after,
immediately.
she's the one out of all this has probably the best career out of every.
Oh yeah, not even
Well,
close.
besides what's her face?
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox, who had probably the most tremendous career. And then I'd give it to David Arquette.
Had more success than
Even what's his face?
Courtney Cox is has more money than her.
What's the one that killed her dad or didn't kill her dad? You know, he never talks in this one. He talks in the second one.
The dad?
No, the killer who she framed.
Liev Schreiber,
Yeah,
Cotton Weary.
Conweary. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's had a pretty good career.
Jesus Christ.
Angry.
That was an angry opening of the beer. It got everywhere. I had quick glimpse. Liev Schreiber was the actual killer. Yeah, he like a but I had the main stars. You would think Neve Campbell. She was at Party of Five within this time frame.
Yeah,
she was not. It was actually, as I said, Drew Barrymore had probably the best career of all of this. And then what else? So let's move on. I like the Gale Weathers getting decked in the fucking face. Fantastic right hook. Beautiful.
Bam, bitch goes down. Cindy, super bitch.
And then it says the three rules scene. Because you know what? For like scenes, we have like a good portion, but like there's like small little, I want to say moments. Because in this movie, it's not there aren't many scenes. It's more like moments that's going on. As I said, well, the only really scenes, like I said, the opening scene for me, then the punching the face that moment. The next moment would be the three rules at Stu's party that Randy talks about. Then the final scene for the double tap. You know,
they always come back.
Yeah, so
one
basically,
last scare.
And then
not in my movie.
Yeah, and then the reveal of the two killers was like my favorite scenes. So that's what I got for there. And again, you know what? As this movie wasn't really a quote heavy movie, but let's try to get what's going on. I'd have to say.
All right, can I also bring up? Sorry.
Sure. Go ahead. Let's rant some
more. I got one more thing.
Good luck, everybody.
That veins popping out of your head again.
we need to put a camera on you.
The fact that Billy is possibly the killer, she then decides
to sleep with him.
Yeah, let's
give
fuck.
it up. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get it. And after he called you out for being a prude before, and he's just like, well, you need to get over your mom's death. Like,
yeah,
like,
what a douchebag.
12 hours later, okay.
Let's fuck.
Let us fuck.
I mean, it's a horror movie, so they have to have somebody fucking.
Just like,
that's right.
I'm sorry. Sorry to get off topic, but that's another thing that pissed me off. So, all right.
Yeah, it's like when the Bart and Bellas say about the troublemakers, we can't let them penetrate us.
Yeah.
So should don't let the killer penetrate you. So.
Yeah. All right.
I see. Oh, hold on. Let's see. One of our L Orman 99 says in the chat. I saw Liev Schreiber coming out of a grocery store one time. Thank you, appreciate it. I don't know what he had, but that was. I'm glad you brought that to the conversation.
Red corn syrup.
Red corn syrup. All right, so quotes. What do you guys got? You guys want to go first? Shane, what do you think?
I got Stu at the end of the movie. That's it.
I have that too, so I'll go with that. Yeah. So it's like Stu, like the entire scene, but I'll just say what Stu says. He's like, I don't know, Billy, but I'm hurting, man. And then the phone rings. Should I let the machine get it? Then he goes, I can't, Billy. You already cut me too deep. I think I'm dying here, man. And then he goes out again. And he goes, ow! You fucking hit me with the phone, dick. So
there was one. He's like, we play a game. If you get it wrong, booyah!
Holding the gun. But I like the part where he's like pretty much fucking dying right there.
Dying here, man.
So what else? And then I got one for Billy. What do I have to do to prove to you that I'm not a killer? Not be a fucking killer. Yeah, you know what? Your face, your entire persona is just oozing killer vibes.
Says I'm guilty.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's the scene with the.
Man.
Oh no! It's gonna come in a second. No. They keep banging on the door. Let's see. Then there's guys with Gail. Guess I remember the safety that time, bastard. When she did the final, when she shot Billy. And then,
Yeah, I forgot to mention the Fonz's in this movie.
yes, I love the fact that Fonz's in here. Here we go, one more.
This also like brought him back too.
Yeah.
Because he didn't do anything for a while either.
Then
Yeah.
I got Randy. Everybody's a suspect, shouting in like the fake Blockbuster video store.
Yep.
And then obviously the phone voice. Do you like scary movies? That's not it. I can't get to it. I had to be. Oh, there he is.
Not you, Fred.
I get the hat too.
Prick.
Not you, Fred. I love you being a degenerate. Excuse me, the phone voice. Do you like scary movies? I don't know. That's not. I'm pretty good at impersonations, or I like to think so.
I have that. I have the. It's what's your favorite scary movie? Is the big one in the beginning? What they start, and I have everybody's a suspect. Obviously, Stu at the end because he just everything he says at the end of the movie is fantastic, and then the other one was surprise Sydney, just the way they do it. And I was like you said, it's not a quote driven movie whatsoever.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna walk away.
What
with
was that other one? He's like, if you hang up on me again, I'm gonna gut you like a fish.
So yeah, it was. I mean, there's not many you could take away with, but you know.
That's
yeah,
what we
he's
got.
dead. Mr. Hembry's dead.
You know, it was very upsetting that the Fonz died.
The Fonz's jacket's actually in the closet that he opened.
Yeah.
Little BTS there. Thank you, thank you,
Oh,
Shane.
sorry about
Jumping ahead.
that.
That's fine. We'll throw a little BTS in there. The
I was
Fonz
more
jacket.
sad about who was the fat reporter, the cameraman?
Oh yeah.
Get off my windshield.
Kenny.
Is it Kenny?
Kenny, yeah. I love you, Kenny, but get the fuck off my windshield.
I like how he ate Cheetos. He's just like,
He's like,
he was
"Ooh."
definitely high.
Oh, yeah.
He had to be.
And he fucking goes to sleep.
Yeah. How long were they out there? The party could
Yeah.
have been that fucking long.
It's not like there's a murderer out there either.
Yeah. You're just sitting there.
This guy's
he's
just
like,
chilling.
he's like, you know what? They're going after kids. You know, I'm not, my fat old ass eating Cheetos. It's not going to happen.
They're not gonna do anything in this house. I'm just
So.
gonna go to sleep.
We'll say.
Poor
All right.
Kenny. All right.
Shane, anything else for quotes? You good on
No,
that?
I'm good.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break on here. We'll continue on with the chat, but podcast. We'll be back in a moment. Everyone, let's get some refreshments and cheers. Never say who's there. Don't you watch scary movies? It's a death wish. You might as well come out and investigate a strange noise or something. And we're back. Reels, Booze, and Bros, a.k.a. RB2. We're going to finish up the rest of this podcast with, as we always do, the rest of it. So let's go on to the awards, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hearing an echo in the background. All right, that should be done.
Is it an echo or is it?
That's the wrong one for this.
We can get the Jaws theme in here.
Have you seen my Instagrams for the Jaws theme that's going on at work? So before we go,
is that you putting that everywhere?
no, I put once, but other people put it everywhere else.
I saw the shark. What the fuck is this going on here?
Okay,
Mascot?
so
Yeah.
if you guys follow my Instagram, there is a shark in my building. Someone found it
Yes.
somewhere on a call, and here you go. Look, it's cold. Okay, so now here we go. Tatum going to the garage.
Tatum
She's
titties.
wearing it. Yeah. Thank you, Brian. Basically described that, and I guess that was meant to be like that. I don't know what Wes Carey was thinking. Anyway, so this shark, if you follow my Instagram stories, someone found it somewhere, and it was first found, and they put it in the field behind my building. We're like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, oh, it's a shark. And so it's been there for a while. The next thing you know, it's inside the bathroom of the locker room of where we're at. And that's when I started my Instagram stories. I should have started where we first found it. And then it got placed into our roll call room, I think. And then it was moved to the weight room where I was hanging out there doing pumping some fucking iron. And I think now I have to do the next one. I go back into work in 2 days. I think it's somewhere else. I think I was in there today. I forgot to take it of where it is. So this shark is wearing a Hawaiian shirt with a fucking hat. It's somewhere. So yeah,
Gotta put it in the judge's seat.
yeah. You know what? I think it will. All right,
You got core once a week, so he's not gonna sit there.
So on Sundays, I have access to that room, so it may happen. All right, so moving on. On to the movie awards. Best quote. Brian, you hate this movie? What's your favorite quote?
I think it's gonna probably have to be what's your favorite scary movie.
Yeah.
I think just because it's probably the most memorable thing that's come out of this movie. So I'm gonna go with that.
I'd have to agree. I found it. There were other ones where it was like, do you like scary movies? Because they say that to like. It's like it's a combination of like what's your favorite scary movie? Do you like scary movies? Kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's what came out of it. Shane, anything you want to change?
Yeah, I mean
Add?
the quotes that I like were Stu, obviously.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
fucking he's dying, but the most memorable obviously is going to be that. What's your favorite, or do you like scary movies?
I think the other
That's
other one is probably from Stu, and it'll be "I'll be right back." Just because the way he does it. And
I'll be right back.
I think we've all said that, like going to like grab another drink.
Yeah, but you
because
know
that's
what?
what he's doing. He's like, "I'll be right back."
But you know what? The more memorable one of that is "I'll be back."
Yeah,
So
well, yeah.
you can't be like "I'll be right back." It's more like as Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator, like "I'll be back."
Yeah.
That's all.
Yes, go on with your Arnold.
Get to the chopper. What's your favorite scary movie? Yeah, no, that's bad.
How did she get her tits out this fucking
Yeah.
door, but she can't
She
get
can't
her...
get the rest of her body.
Yeah,
out.
so that's
She's tiny.
Like the biggest gripe is the fact that she gets Tatum tries to go through the pet door in the garage, and first this is a fantastic garage door that it's able to carry that weight all the way up. That thing breaks in a heartbeat.
That's 12,000 BTUs of energy right there.
I like the fucking thing.
The power goes out there, but the whole fucking
yeah,
house
the
is
rest of
still...
the house is good. Like you would like so many whatever. I'm not gonna get upset.
You not get upset? What really grinds my gears this time?
Not gonna get upset.
So
I don't want to talk about it.
all right, so I guess we'll do it with that quote. So best scene. And anyone want to jump on? As I said, there's more moments, like best moments. We'd probably have to change for this.
I'm
one.
going back with Stu.
I think that has to be it. Like,
His the throwback to the Reservoir Dogs when he's dying here, man.
I think it has to be Stu.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be different. In this I like the fact that there was two killers, because you got
The reveal?
Yeah, the reveal of two.
But Stu's right. Like this is it goes like hand in hand. Like it rolls right into the dying man, and you just.
It does.
I think you went too deep. Like,
But like just the fact that like that quick second where it's like you always fucking knew, you're like motherfucking Billy.
Yeah.
You're fucking
That guy-
stabbing motherfuckers left and right. Look at your face. This is why you never peaked beyond this. You peaked. That was it.
But then they
And
pan back, and then Stu's there, and she's like, "Oh, thank God!" And he's like, no."
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah. You know what? Okay. If we can like meld those two together.
That 5 minutes, right
Of,
there.
like, of-
the reveal, and then because
Of
it's
like
5
pure,
minutes,
of like pure
Yeah.
stew going on,
Yeah.
then okay, all right. You know what? I'm okay with that. I can do that. All right. So moving on. Best character, Randy Watson Award. Who you guys going with?
I think it's got to be Stu. But if I'm gonna throw anybody else in there,
Deputy Doofus.
yep.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm gonna say Dewey.
How? Please tell me how and why. He fucking sucked.
The one shining moment he had is when Sydney's at Tatum's house, and she gets the phone call, and he walks like up in his box. He's like, "Hello,"
Yeah,
like all tough.
What the fuck? Yeah, he probably honestly, they're banging on his door. What the fuck was he doing? He was probably literally
definitely
jerking off in
jerking
there. And he comes out with a gun, and he answers the phone.
He's trying to hit Gale Weathers, you know. He had other.
He's definitely whacking off to Sydney right in that fucking bedroom.
He was preoccupied with Gale. But you know, like I think just because he was a lovable loser, like you kind of just hope like he'd be the guy to save the day.
He's a fucking.
like somehow
he's
in the long
such a
run.
tool. He's such a tool.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys.
No, I'm
Shane?
not. I'm with Stu.
Listen,
I'm all in on Stu.
Stu's my guy, but like I said, if I had to pick somebody else, it'd probably be Dewey.
He's a fucking pussy.
He is, but you know,
he's
it's,
the worst.
It sums up the rest of the movie. He's not the
Worst.
I'd rather have Kenny the fucking cameraman than Deputy Doofus.
Or you could even say Randy. Randy was good.
Honestly, that's who I was going. I was going with Randy. Randy like established himself in this movie because he became like a cult classic fan favorite And then the next movies. Remember in Scream 2 when motherfucker got killed? I think he got killed in that movie. Everyone was pissed. This is
because he knew the rules.
Yeah, he knew the rules. And fucking Jamie Kennedy peaked in this series. He was horrible after this. He's such.
Did he do anything?
Didn't he do that
before or after this?
Didn't he do that?
I know he did. I know he did stuff, but anything worthwhile?
No, it was garbage. You can like. Basically, he was like the Billy of all the rest of the movies.
He's a poor man, Seth Green.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Like C-League Seth Green.
Yeah, he's like the white trash fucking Seth Green. So.
He ain't no Special K.
He's not my flavor.
He's not the real Napster. That's why I give it to Randy. Like, you know.
Hey, that's not a bad choice either.
Like the scene where
that's not a bad choice.
Like he shouts everyone's a suspect. Then he has his like drunken rant of I'm the expert on. Like, you're such a tool. You're such a nerd.
He was fucking annoying though when he was like hammering. Like, Jamie, look behind you. Jamie, look behind you. Jamie.
That was kind of annoying. And
he was
like,
fucking annoying.
Thing. But you know what? Other than that, like I have to give it to him because like Stu was in it a little bit more.
He really didn't have a lot of lines.
No, he didn't. But like, I tell you what, that scene with Stu, that like brought the movie like, wow, there's comedy in this movie. I can't believe like that's what's going on. Like with the laughing on there. So you know, I would give it to Randy or Stu. They're like pretty much tied. I give it like an inch more for Randy. Other than that, but you know what, I do love. And you can make me laugh. You're my favorite. I remember watching this back in the theaters, and I was like, I love Stu. He's just a fucking psychotic moron.
You know, the movie was just going along, and then the house party scene, and he just like brings comedy relief to the movie.
Yes, like it was probably
he
like
makes this movie for me watchable,
and it was like well done too.
It took 45 minutes to get into.
Yeah, like when you think about his character, like did you ever think when first watched the movie that like Stu was a killer? He's a fucking like a class clown.
Yeah, he's just like a retard.
That's why I love the fact that
I was like, this is fucking Billy. Somebody.
Yeah, hands down.
Like, I knew they had to throw some twist in there. You knew it had to be Billy, but like I wasn't expecting Stu.
The fucking what the fuck am I trying to say?
What is it? The comic relief or
no, not the relief, but when they the reveal of when it's Stu, it's like holy shit! It's like. Nobody saw that coming.
I think if anything, like if I'm trying to watch this the first time, I would have thought it would have been Randy more than Stu.
Because he knew.
Just because he knew the rules of what's going on.
Yeah, because Randy was the guy that was like everyone in their friend group, like growing up in high school, like
he always wanted Sid.
Like, he was the guy that always like tagged along, and he just like tried to kiss everyone's ass, but like wanted to like secretly like beat the shit out of everyone.
He's definitely high.
Yeah, look at that. I love the fucking cameraman. What's his name again?
Kenny, the
cameraman, fucking having Cheetos around and fucking.
Oh, he's fucking.
High's a fucking kite on that scene. So, okay, moving on.
Yeah.
So we got that worst character, Adrian Balboa.
Hands fucking down.
Didn't even have to finish Billy. Yeah. Fucking hate him. I want to punch him in the face.
This whole fucking movie, he is just. Oh,
that's why he sucked because he's like his
right from the beginning.
This whole stupid mannerisms and
just
acting, everything about him is just awful.
Yeah,
never wanted to punch someone more from the characters that we've talked about than this guy.
Honestly, I have Billy right first and Dewey like a second because the fact of his profession. I feel like he really is the special like needs cop and from Scream, but not from Scary Movie. Literally, that's what I feel like he is. Like, I have nothing wrong against anything, but he's just... I don't know how he got hired. They're like, you know what? We feel bad for you. You're going to be hired. But Billy...
he's like the Johnny T of the department.
He might listen to this. But Billy is probably the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Like the worst character in all the movies.
You're still wearing a fucking white shirt and fucking jeans.
Yeah.
Change your fucking clothes.
Yeah.
His hands are probably still fucking dirty too.
Yeah. Haven't washed my hands in 5 years, something like that. Since the last killing that ever happened on. Yeah, Billy, like he has like just I don't know how to explain it. Just like one persona.
Just a fucking douchebag.
Of what's going on. Like there's no happiness. There's no sadness. He's just like the same thing.
No emotion into his character.
Thank you. No emotion. Like he's like, oh, my girlfriend just wanted me to like. She thought I was a killer. Oh, that sucks. Want to have sex? I'm gonna kill you later.
Listen, your wife died a year ago. Get over it.
That sucks. Yeah, get over it.
The only time he shows emotion is.
Do you want some Chinese food tonight?
The only time he shows emotion is when
we'll do Thai.
When he talks about his mom leaving, and she's like, but Sydney then goes right back at her and be like, well, your mom left. That was a choice. My mom's dead, and he fucking killed her. So it's like, you're trying to tell this girl like she needs to grow up and get her shit together. Like, you're the one who's got the fucking issues, man.
Was that Clerks?
Yep. So, all right, Billy, you fucking suck. You're
Skeet Ulrich, what a fucking tool.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yep.
No wonder why. A name like that?
Skeet.
Just reminded me of Chappelle. All those white people know what we're talking about now. All right. Moving on. Now we're going to a little BTS. I got a couple. Maybe almost as long as the background, but we'll see.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So, behind the scenes, BTS. At around 12 minutes at the beginning of the movie, when Casey's, Drew Barrymore's parents come home to find something is wrong, her father tells her mother to go to the Mackenzies, which is the same thing Lori, Jamie Lee Curtis, told Lindsay, and Tom, I'm not going to put any names, to do in Halloween. I'm not going to go back and forth the fucking names.
Yeah, she tells the two kids, walk down to the Mackenzies.
Yes, which contains, this movie, as Shane said earlier, this movie contains many references to Halloween. At around the 52-minute mark, when Henry Winkler opens his closet, his black leather Fonzie jacket from Happy Days is hanging in it, as Shane said earlier, correct? Another one, which is fantastic. Let's go to Fonzie. Hey! All right, Jamie Kennedy was chosen for the role of Randy because he would often improvise humor into his lines, which made director Wes Craven laugh. The use of caller ID increased more than threefold after the release of this movie. You know what? Remember that back in the day, like call you. Remember that?
Star 69.
Star 69. Yeah.
Like, no, was that to find out who called you or no?
Star 69 was to find out who called you. Star 67 was to block your number.
Yeah. Yes. For those of you who are born after millennials, cell phones. This is something different. Yeah. Everyone before us was like
rotary phone.
Yeah. Oh shit! I fucked up. Got to start all over again.
Phone connected to the house? What's that?
Yeah. So, all right. So the mask is based on a few things: the painting "Scream" by Edvard Munch, the characters on the cover of Pink Floyd album "The Wall," and the ghostly characters that appeared in the 1930s Betty Boop 1930 cartoon. The mask is stark white and depicts a character of someone screaming and crying at the same time. Designer, I can't say that name, stated that the mask displayed different emotions. It's a horrible look, it's a sorry look, it's frantic look. Let me see. Slyerton is the guy who said that. And that, you know, it wasn't as much as long as the beginning of the movie, of the podcast, of the background. All right.
I got some stuff.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Brian.
All right, so
I hate this movie.
Yeah. No,
but I know everything about it.
But I did find some stuff on there. So, actually,
wait before I hate this movie so much, I had to find shit so I can hate it even fucking more.
No, so Molly Ringwald was actually offered the part of Sidney Prescott, but she turned it down.
How the fuck is Molly Ringwald?
Because she said she was 27 and didn't want to play a high school person. And I'm like,
there's no way she would be able to pull off a high school kid.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, this is 96? I was like, when did...
This had to be like 10 years after the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, what was Breakfast Club? 85?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
85, 86. So I was just trying to do the math in my head. I was like, she's 27? I guess it makes sense.
She's lying about her age.
Reese Witherspoon turned down the role of Sydney.
Did she really? Oh,
that would have been an interesting choice.
Where was she at this point? Because
she was.
Well, they probably just did
right before Fear.
Fear.
Fear, I think, was the next year.
Yeah,
I think it was like 97.
It's definitely around this time.
No, her breaking role was the other movie with Ryan Felipe, where they eventually got married.
Oh,
Crush?
Shit, no.
No,
she was like the schoolgirl.
Yes.
And
with Sarah Michelle Gellar, that's going on?
Yeah, she's like a cokehead.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Cruel Intentions.
Cruel Intentions, fantastic. Yeah.
So this is all right around the same time frame.
Go Buffy.
Matthew Lillard actually was not really intended to be in the movie, but he was taking his girlfriend at the time to another audition, and then the person, like who was ever hiring, said, "Hey, you should audition for this role," and then he got it right off the bat. Like,
No shit.
Yeah.
So this basically started his career.
Yeah.
Is his girlfriend like somebody?
No, they didn't
famous?
say who his girlfriend was at the time. So
She
it's
sucks.
probably-
She's gone.
And then
She's
then,
Yeah, she's
You
dead.
know what?
She's murdered.
And this one kind of ruins this for me because the person who turned down the role of Billy Loomis may change this movie for me. Joaquin Phoenix.
Wow.
I feel he pulls it off.
Imagine Caesar.
Because he's fucking nuts, man.
Oh,
Caesar.
yeah.
Imagine him as the Caesar. That's like pre-Caesar.
Yeah, oh yeah, Gladiator was 2000.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, like that's
couldn't
what I'm
be
saying.
any
Like him as
worse.
him as Caesar. Like as
yeah, if he plays the same role like he did like when he was.
wow, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
but imagine Joaquin Phoenix in that role.
This
I think the movie probably better now.
Oh, hands down. The
Because
killer.
I think he
Skeet
goes.
fucking Ulrich.
I think not only does he fully invest himself with these like creepy lines that Skeet Ulrich says, but like he obviously is a way better actor and pulls them
I
off
think he also
better.
can look that crazy part too.
Yeah, oh, without a
just-
doubt.
just
Because he
the
probably
look.
gets more like pale for this movie. Like I could see like that whole thing. So I think he pulls
So like
that
more
off.
like a Joker vibe when he was.
I guess you know he's a weird dude, but
Watch out, Jamie. Watch
that's
out.
when I read
Watch
that
out,
I'm like
Jamie.
that's kind of upsetting. But you know that's that. So that's all I had for
Cool.
BTS. Interesting.
Yeah.
I see. Who is that? I don't know who that is. I got a random thing on my phone. All right, moving on. So, Shane, BTS.
You guys pretty much said everything that I had. I just
The
again, it's
fonts.
referencing there's so many references to the old movies.
The old movies, yeah.
Yeah. But that's all I got.
Okay, so going on.
Yeah, he's not taking a nap. He's fucking passed out.
Yeah.
So,
Fucking hammered.
oh yeah, as we're watching in the background, the fucking what's his name again? The
Kenny.
Kenny
Kenny the cameraman.
Kenny the cameraman is high as a motherfucker. Hands down, he has to be. He probably had edibles before edibles were invented. Anyway, going on. So, can The Rock make this movie better? Anyone would like to chime in?
Rock could have played a good Kenny.
Oh man,
I mean, it can't make it any worse. I'll tell you that right
no,
now.
he
But,
can't.
but imagine, yeah, Kenny the cameraman as the Rock.
Honestly, I had no one, but that would be pretty funny to see the Rock with the Cheeto going around and this guy like, oh, I'm gonna eat you.
Courtney Cox yelling at him like
Yeah.
calling him a fat fuck.
Yeah, he's got fat fuck, but
Like
and she slaps him. It's like,
He could put some like fake fat on. Like,
oh, that'd be great.
It's either I have him just watching this because I didn't really think about that. But for two roles, he could either be the principal.
No, the Fonz. I like the Fonz.
I'm
sorry. Go
just
ahead.
saying, you know, like,
Oh, excuse me.
I'm
I'm
just
sorry,
saying-
Mr. Hater of the fucking scream.
or he could randomly be the janitor just for that quick scene. These fucking kids, god damn it.
Yeah. But you know what?
but that's Wes Craven.
I know, I
He's
know,
not gonna
but
take himself out of
I
his
know,
own
I
movie.
know.
You know what? The fact that Wes Craven like is like
I'm
an
just
old.
saying those are the only
Like, I
two
can't.
things that I could ever picture him in this
I
movie.
think I like the fucking cameraman. I'd have to go with the cameraman.
I can see it. You know?
that, like obscure or something. Just throw him in there. The Rock is the fucking cameraman.
The whole Cheetos thing and sleeping with the chips on him. Like,
Yeah, without a doubt, he's the cameraman now in this movie. So, and should there be a sequel franchise TV series? As Shane used to text us, they're about to make a remake
A fifth
or redo it
it's
I have
all
really-
like the same.
it's
Nev
just-
Campbell's in it.
in 2022. So it's
Was
probably,
she in all? This will be Scream 5, right? I think. I know they did at least
I know
3.
4.
I have no idea how many.
I know
they did.
she was in like the first 3.
So the one was Billy, 2 was Billy's mom, right?
Billy's mom and
And-
Mickey.
And Mickey.
Yeah.
Who the fuck
I
was
remember,
Mickey?
I remember people going around because that was the next year.
Yeah.
People going around in high school trying to ruin it for people who didn't see it, even though I did see it
Yeah.
opening weekend. They're like, Billy's mom and Mickey.
Yeah, I remember that.
Billy's mom and Mickey.
Because again, it was the same exact premise was the fact
Yeah.
that Mickey
But they
was,
were in college.
But like Mickey was the guy who was like you knew he was the killer, but then
Yeah.
you forgot about it. It was Billy's mom.
So the original 3, Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette are all in it.
Yes.
So then, was there a 4th? Or is this 4?
No, this
There was definitely a fourth.
There had to be.
I'm almost positive there was. Hold
there
on.
was a TV,
I think this is Scream 5.
but there was a TV
Scream 2,
show.
yeah, Scream 4, Scream 3, Scream 4.
There was
Nev Campbell was in all of them, yeah.
There was a TV.
There was a TV show?
Yes, an MTV TV show.
No wonder why.
Yeah, it was. Listen, they actually they remade the first scene for the first episode. Like the first scene with Drew Barrymore, basically the same exact thing that happened. That's all I watched, and that girl was smoking. That's all I gotta say.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Smoking.
think they could do this as a Netflix show, or like Hulu or Amazon Prime, whatever. One of those mediums, and pull it off on like a 10 season, like a
I think people will watch it
10 episode like thing.
because it's just such a very distinct genre. Like, release it on Halloween, people will fucking watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Like
So,
like leading up to Halloween, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
like the week of, like that's the final episode.
Yeah,
You know, and you're gonna get full on.
you can literally do that every
well,
year.
they have Squid Game going on right now. It's fucking fantastic.
Is it?
Yeah, like I started watching it. I'm not really intrigued about it, but Squid Game is like it's a Korean show, and it's about like a game show, and they start killing off people.
Like the Running Man?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's a runner man. So this would do well on Netflix because it's R-rated. They have nothing going on, and
Yeah,
so
well, Netflix has no boundaries, so they could do
Yeah,
whatever the fuck they want.
This would do pretty well on Netflix.
Yeah, like I said, you don't have to call it Scream, or if you want to, you could call it Scream. It keep the same premise,
Yeah.
you know, and then reveal the killer. You know, like I think at most you do 10 episodes, but it's probably better like 6 to 8.
Yeah.
I don't
Probably
think
8, like an hour long each. That's
Yeah.
about it.
45 minutes to an hour long, and then get them going. You know, like yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You said the lead up to Halloween.
Yeah. You know, if you wanted to do like an hour and 10, do 4 episodes going into the month before.
Gail swallows. Anyway, so moving on, let's progress. So final thoughts besides Gail swallows. Final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Brian just hates this fucking movie.
Yeah, I won't be watching this anytime soon.
We'll get you back in 20 years. And
Yeah. See if my thoughts have changed, or could it be angrier? I don't know.
Maybe this is the most angry I've seen in a movie.
Brian had a lot of protein before this.
Yeah, like I said, if it wasn't for Stu, this movie would really be bad. Like, I guess back in the day when I was younger and I enjoyed it, but just now I'm just like, I can't. It's just so stupid on certain premises of this movie. But I do like, as Shane said and Jay said before, that, you know, they're paying the homage to the old movies and what got this genre to a big genre. So I thought that was cool. But other than that, I'm just like, frustrating.
It's frustrating.
It's very frustrating. And I'm just going to leave it.
I see. All right, Shane, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. I love the homage to all the old slasher movies. I like how they brought it back because it was just dying off into just sequel after sequel after sequel.
Yeah, and this launched new movies.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, but this launched new stuff. Like there's I Know What You Did Last Summer that came out after this.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff that came out like right after this, and you're
Plus,
like,
we got to see scary movies.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other level of fucking comedy. But yeah, it's a fun watch. It's just obviously, I mean, even all the old slasher movies are fucking stupid, but they're great to watch. It's just good to see good slasher movies again.
It is. It's a different pace. I have to agree. Honestly, the score for this movie is what really got me into it after rewatching it. Because I said earlier in the podcast that I knew what was going to happen pretty much for the most of it. But the score is what really makes this movie going on.
Shitty shot.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Listen, he's not aiming down. All right, before I go on.
You wear red shoes?
We're at, So we're at the final scenes of what's going on in the house. Billy just shot Randy. Brian's saying a shitty shot.
He's point blank range. How do you miss?
Listen, trust me.
Maybe he wasn't trying to kill him. Maybe
You are not aiming down sights when you're looking. You're just shooting. You're just going to shoot. So, like, it's a lot tougher than you expect. So,
Surprise!
And there we go. And then we have the reveal of both killers.
So, you old sailor, you.
Shut up.
Sydney, you slut.
Go upstairs and talk.
The soundtrack actually made this movie even better and more enjoyable for me. So, brought the slashers going on, but there are better horror movies as we go further in the years past the 90s. I have to say, Sinister. Have you guys ever seen that? Fantastic.
No. Is it a slash movie or is it just like a horror?
It's a horror movie. The Conjuring, fantastic.
Oh, The Conjuring is fucking scary as fuck.
Yeah. I honestly, and I enjoyed what was the homemade movie with cameras.
Oh, Paranormal Activity?
Yeah, and then
Don't tell me the other one.
Are you saying Blair Witch?
I fucking hate that movie. I hate that movie more than this fucking movie. You want me to go off? I will fucking break a fucking
You don't like the
microphone.
POV snot bubbles?
Yeah.
There was probably like a couple.
The only best thing about that was that they had Randy Marsh do it on South Park later.
That's
that was
what.
it. I was so startled. I threw the fucking map in the river.
That was
Fucking assholes. God damn it. Why you gotta get me worked up?
George is getting upset.
I never said it was good. It was.
No, it was stupid.
But it had some of the best.
And I made so much money.
It had one of the best PR campaigns ever for that movie. Which was
so stupid.
It was stupid, but you know
Yeah,
what?
like PR'd it like it was a real, like they found this
Yes.
fucking tape.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
found
That was genius.
It was
Yeah.
genius.
And then we all went to see it. And I walked out. I was so fucking pissed. Even then, I was pissed.
The best part I said is Brian
Sat
said
here for this, an hour and a half for this shit.
they threw the guy when he said I threw the map in the river 5 miles ago. It's like, you know, we were getting fucking. It was great. I love that part. And then
That's it. That's all we highlighted the movie.
And then at the end, you see a guy in the corner, and it ends.
Yeah, that's fucking sketchy.
And so it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like
they're dead
like,
because they told you that's how they fucking killed the guy.
and like it was such a shitty fucking build up, and that was it. So all right, before we go on, Jay Weasley says Scream cost $15 million to make, and it netted 10 times the amount of that.
It's probably because of they're paying the actors. It's not like
Yeah,
they did anything
like
else.
because listen, they did.
Yeah, like, look at that blood. Like that doesn't even look like fucking blood.
Yeah, now it doesn't. Back in the day, it did. All right, so that is that. And
Poor white kitchen.
So that's it for the episode of Scream. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us on Twitch stream. We hope you enjoyed as much as we enjoyed reviewing it. And actually, I don't think Brian enjoyed reviewing it, but Shane and I enjoyed.
We'll be right back.
You guys enjoyed my rant. That was
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed Brian's
I love a good rant.
So, and for our next episode, we have no idea. Should we collaborate right now, real quick? What do you think, guys?
There's nothing that's gonna make Brian angry.
yeah. I mean, like I said, we could do.
How about chat? You guys want to do something like that?
Movie?
Should we do something funny? What do you think? Like chat? What do you think over here in Twitch? You guys want to do something different?
It'd be a good parody to do. Not parody, but you could do Scream and then Scary Movie back to back.
That's what that was my
I'm
thought
thinking
process
to
on
go
it.
and laugh. Should we do another horror movie? Should we do something going on? Should we have Brian rant for the next like fucking 45 minutes to an
So
hour?
just don't do the Blair Witch.
Yeah,
He's gonna have an hour-long rant.
no.
It might be what Hellraiser. Someone says.
Oh, I forgot about Pinhead.
Insidious. Insidious is very fucking good. That's a great one. We talked about that last night. Tree Keeper. Insidious is fantastic.
That fucking creepy red guy who just comes behind.
You could even do like the Rob Zombie movies, like House of a Thousand Corpses or something like that.
Yeah, probably good so.
What's the second one? Was that the first one?
I think
Tree Kicker.
No, he did House of a Thousand Corpses and something else.
I just
was
watched
like the
Devil's Rejects.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
Where
there's
he
a
makes
third one.
He makes you feel bad for them, like in the second one.
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, they're just a little fucked up.
I like to wear skin suits. It's no problem.
Yeah. Listen, why judge me? There's
But
worse.
yeah, but I've never, on that aspect alone, I've never seen someone flip it where somehow in the second one you're kind of rooting for the family.
For the murderers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're like, because they're all hunting them, and you're like, why am I rooting for these guys? They're fucking terrible people. But I've never seen that before. It's crazy.
How about this? How about Hocus Pocus? Should we do Hocus Pocus?
We're getting the girls on here?
I'll sit on the casting couch for that.
I don't think I've ever seen more than 5 minutes of Hocus Pocus.
I think they're redoing that movie too.
Supposedly, I heard, but Hocus Pocus may be a contender.
Like I said, there's always a thought of pick your favorite episode from South Park, Family Guy, and The Simpsons for Halloween specials.
That may be like a, I don't know. That may be
You
like.
could even do that, and you could do that for Christmas too, because they all have Christmas. They all have Christmas episodes, so.
I wonder what's better, Christmas or Halloween?
There's so many fucking Christmas movies though.
No, Christmas episodes for
South Park.
South Park, and there's.
Well, the Simpsons have a Christmas special every year, don't they?
Yeah, they all do. So does Family Guy. They got some good ones. American Dad's got a good one.
They do.
Trying to kill Santa.
Okay, so we have no idea what the fuck we're gonna pick. This is going on too long. So we'll try. Follow us on our Twitter, our Instagram, and on the website. So we'll get an idea of what's going on. So reelsbluesbros.com. You can find us on all social media, everything that's going on, and we'll give you an idea of what we're gonna do. We talk too much and have no idea of what the fuck we're gonna pick. And that's it for this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Twitch guys, again, thank you, and cheers. Have a good night.